Now we have to say how we define success. How you define success. And it can be anything you want it to be. Whatever you want to say is perfectly appropriate. We'll start with Scott.
All right. I think success is just, reaching different goals that you kind of set for yourself, but also having the flexibility to change those goals as different conditions change, and
okay.
Really feeling like you've accomplished what you want to accomplish, or being happy with if there's something that just can't happen for whatever reason, being happy with that, and being happy with your life in general.
Okay.
No matter what comes along.
Flexibility, contentment, and achieving preset goals.
But they can change.
Flexibility.
Yeah.
That was cool. Think you can do as well, Scott? Just kidding. Just kidding.
I would say being fearless and passionate in your endeavors, whatever they are.
Okay. Having passion. Great. Lori?
Very similar to Scott, but the flexibility, being able to accomplish a goal, accomplish something, but then being able to look back and say, how am I going to next time do it better? Or how am I going to
Good. Self-reflection.
one-up it, and keep going.
Great. I mean, when you go on vacation, has anyone ever gone on vacation, got in the car and just drove?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Where'd you go?
We went to Virginia, we had no plans, just got in the car and started driving.
That's bold. You blew my whole example.
It all worked out, except the last night we couldn't find a hotel room.
I mean, I've done that in college and such, where I've gone down to Florida on spring break without a destination, but I knew I was going to Florida somewhere, probably Daytona Beach, or that was the big hot spot when I was young. All right.
I think success is when you reach that point that you figured out who you are and can live up to that, what you think is important, and when you've reached that stage.
Now, when I say I love it, that doesn't mean I didn't love that one, or that one, okay? Let's not compare it, but I love that one. All right? I loved them all, but that's pretty cool. Let me give you my first, aha, that I had. I was working with an Israeli fighter pilot, whatever, who's a consultant, was a consultant for the company, and we got to be good friends. And he said, we were talking about the American interrelations between school and the students. Let me give you an example. Your child comes home from high school, has 1 A, 5 B's, and a D. What do you do?
Figure out why you got
What is that D about?
Maybe get a tutor for the help with the D. Maybe go over their homework every night with them. In Israel, they'll jump all over the A and get a tutor for the A, because that's what they're excelling at, and they want to excel more at this. Let me give you an example that's perfect for the United States, because we do the same thing in a different realm. All right? Have you had an aha yet? All right. Your child is really good at football and baseball, but terrible at basketball. You send them to a basketball camp, of course, because they got to learn basketball. They got to be able to play basketball like everyone else. No, you send them to a football or baseball camp, because that's what they're excelling at. You want them to excel even further. So we do the same thing, but it's kind of interesting that we look at academics. Now, I understand the reasons. That you want everyone to have a full plate of, you need to know all the different basics, but it's kind of a different perspective, and that's what I want to talk about. One of the main characteristics that I want to talk about at success skills is to take things from a different viewpoint, and that's one of the takeaways from today. What's interesting about that is, what does society judge people on, or what's typical society? How much do you make? What kind of car do you drive? What kind of house do you have? Who cares? Literally, who cares? What you care about is, how kind are you? How good are you to other people? You're going to, oh, by the way, you'll see my handshake from time to time. I have Parkinson's. I've had it for 7 years. It's one of the reasons I'm doing what I'm doing. I've decided to spend more time with people as opposed to sitting there reviewing contracts and making a lot of money. It's kind of an interesting perspective, but success for me has changed.